We're walking, yeah, we're walking. We're walking to school. We're walking to school. Yeah, we're walking to school.
All right, hey guys, it's Cam Gwynn, and I'm talking at you about the first TV show I've ever done. I don't know if I should apologize for the beginning song. I didn't really know what song to play, but that was my boy Stevie G from back at the Schoolcraft days, and we were just walking to school. So yeah, that was the song. Anyway, the first TV show slash movie slash anything video related that I have done a review on or talked about, I guess, is going to be Disenchantment, the new Netflix original brought to you by the creative mind of Matt Groening, the guy who brought us Simpsons and Futurama. I don't know if you've heard of either of those, or at least maybe The Simpsons. They also had a movie. Yeah, you've heard of The Simpsons by now. But he took on a different task, I'd say, with this show, which is kind of cool. It plays in a setting of like a medieval times where like the bubonic plague is going on and there's all this enchanting creatures and stuff like that. There's like elves, there's trolls, there's gnomes that fight. Yeah, there's that in there too. There's a whole bunch of random stuff. It kind of has a certain feel type universe to the Futurama where there are a lot of different types of characters that play different roles and do their own thing, and they're just kind of there. They just live in life, and there's humans obviously, but it centers around a princess, Princess Tiabini, who just goes by Bean. She's the main character. She's played by Abby Jacobson, who is from Broad City. In case any of you guys know that show, she's the one with the straight hair. If that helps. I hope it does. But anyway, I'll throw a picture up of her. Yep, there it is right there. Okay. I don't know why I didn't think about that sooner. But yeah, she kind of, talking about Bean now, not Abby Jacobson. Bean is kind of like a Leela type character where she's smart and kind of just overall a badass. Like, she can fight, she can hold her own, and she can use her smart style with people, but sometimes she gets herself into some trouble. And with some of her smarts, she also comes across as like Lisa from The Simpsons. And it's kind of cool seeing this blend of a character. She's kind of different. She's a huge alcoholic. She's 19 years old. The whole main thing is she doesn't want to get married, and you saw that in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything right there. I will let you know if I do spoil anything, and I don't plan on it, to be honest. So if I do, though, I'll let you know. Spoiler alert, skip to whatever. It'll pop up for you. But so it centers around Princess Tiabini, and she, in the very first episode, meets a demon named Lucy. And Lucy is my favorite character. He's played by Eric Andre from the Eric Andre Show. It's on Adult Swim. He's been in a couple other things. You've probably seen him on Snapchat before, too. He's, like, kind of weird looking, and he's got, like, a weird looking fro. I don't know how to describe him, but he does a really, really good job with Lucy. And it kind of reminds me of, like, a Bender from Futurama, where he's kind of, like, a bad influence, and he's just like, yeah, go do this, go do that. It doesn't matter what it is, if it's going to hurt anybody, who cares? It doesn't matter. And he's got that, like, kind of attitude towards him, too. But he's a big part of this show. Without me saying too much, he is a big part of the show. And he is one of the characters that kind of keeps the plot moving. Like, he is one of the people that just kind of pushes other characters to do other things, which pushes the plot to go further and further into who knows what it goes into, you know, the next thing. It's whatever he wants. And that's what I like about him. That's why he's one of my favorite characters. And then there's another character named Elfo, who, I mean, think about the name for a second. It's just elf with an O at the end, so you could probably put together what he is. Yeah, he's an elf. And he's played by Nate Faxon, who is in a bunch of stuff, and if you don't know, there's the picture of him. Boom. Ba, ba, ba. And he is he's kind of like a Fry, and I talked to one of my friends about this too, and he agreed with me. He's just kind of like got that demeanor about him where he's kind of clueless. He doesn't really know what life is like outside of the elf kingdom where all the elves live, and he's like a sacred species, and there's a big reason why he's in it, and he continues to be in it, even though he's kind of annoying. Lucy and him don't really get along, but they like each other, obviously, and they both want to help out Bean in different ways. And there's even parts where they clash because they talk about the different ways that they're trying to help Bean, which makes it even better. Another character that just pushes the plot. And so after watching the whole season, there are some theories that came up that popped into my head that I think were worth exploring into. And before I say any of that, I'm going to give this show a rating. I give it an 8 out of 10. It was really, really good. It kept my attention. It kept moving along. And it kept having moments where it was funny, but overall, it's not like a laugh out loud funny show. There's some seriousness to it. There's a lot of dark comedy. If you like dark comedy, I mean, I dig it sometimes. Sometimes it goes too far, but I still like it. And the last 2 episodes will sell the whole season for you. And that's not giving up anything, just letting you know, though, those last 2 episodes. And it's only 10 episodes. That's not bad. So before I start off with my theory, like I said, I gave it an 8 out of 10. If you don't want to hear my theory, because there are kind of a little bit of a spoiler to it, so if you don't want to be spoiled at all, you can stop right there. And before I say anything else, please subscribe if you liked this video. Okay, now I'm going to go into my theory. So see you to the people who haven't watched Disenchantment, go watch it. You'll like it. Okay, so at the end of the first season, Bean is reunited with her mother who had died 15 years prior. She was poisoned and became stone. So she ends up coming back, won't explain how, but she comes back and ends up taking Bean onto a boat with a bunch of weird looking creatures, and they kind of look like demonic type people, and given the fact that Lucy is a demon sent from people, I think it's playing a big part because Dagmar points out that she needs to fulfill Bean, meaning Bean, needs to fulfill her destiny, and then takes her on this ship with her, which kind of leads me to believe that Bean is like a missing puzzle to something, or like a sort of key to hell, or something like that, because of the fact that those creatures are so weird looking, and the fact that Lucy is a demon too. And I think there's like some sort of bigger ordeal where she is needed to push on something, whether it's bad or good, who knows. But I think a massive war will break out, and a character who doesn't make it to the end of the season, won't say any names, but I think he will come back and try to help everything be better. And I think another character will end up cracking and becoming a good character who is looking out for the benefit of other characters. And that's what I got on my theory of what part 2 could be. Part 1 set itself up real nice. So again, thank you guys for listening. I hope I didn't spoil much. If you guys decided to listen to my theory, if you guys liked what you heard, throw me a subscribe so then you can be let know when I let out new videos. And whatever else I'm doing on here, I might send out some, I don't know. I'm still learning this stuff, really. But thank you guys for listening. I really do appreciate it. Cam Gwynn talking at you, and I'll be coming out with more stuff. I got a new segment that I'm going to be coming out with called Top 5s at 5. I plan on just putting those out there like once a week around 5 o'clock. Could be any day. Who knows?